Well, here we are on YouTube, and here you are, potentially, right here on Twitch watching us. Or you watch this on YouTube after it was recorded much later. Or if you're one of our patrons, you watch it on Patreon after we uploaded it. So there's so many places to be in the Welpdom.
Right. So let me explain this for people that might be new to our channel. The best way to see us live is to join our Discord, because when you join our Discord, you'll see the live announcements that we're going to go live on Twitch, if that makes sense. And Twitch is great because more than 25 people can watch us at once, whereas in Discord, only the maximum of 25 could watch us. And it just so happens we seem to have a few people that like to watch us. Not a lot, but more than 25. So Twitch just provides that avenue for more people. Yeah, and then Patreon, like Nathan was saying, because things do get blocked and remain on Patreon behind a paywall. And then eventually we do get around to get it on YouTube. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. So, what do we got today, Orion?
Well, Nathan, we have a Patreon request from Jen. She's one of our faithful supporters of our channel. And I don't just mean that like financially. That's not what I mean. But she's a faithful supporter of our channel. She interacts with us and other listeners of our channel and our Discord. And she provides us some really great reaction contents via our Patreon and PayPal system. Mm-hmm. And this is great because she's given us a 5-song set list concert live of 5 Sauce. So this is actually kind of cool. We haven't seen 5 Sauce, like we've seen them live, like I think in studio, maybe a couple shows, but this is like legit, like in front of a crowd. I think it's in front of a crowd type show, and it's like an actual set list, so not just one song. We're gonna do, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Let me do I'll actually just read quickly the write up, and that might explain a little bit better. Okay. So this is what she had to say. You want me to tell you what she had to say? I'll tell you.
No, just skip it.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is from 2020 Australia. As you know, they, the band, they're from Australia. And I guess there was a benefit concert maybe called Live for the Firefight Australia 2020. Remember the big fires they were having during, I think it was during the COVID years there. The COVID.
They have a fire just about every year, but this was it was a pretty bad one. I remember it.
Yeah, this one, right. Most countries do. We here in Canada have our forest fires every year for sure. But I guess this one was pretty devastating if I recall correctly. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so they did a benefit, I believe, or I suspect that's what this was for. So here is their 5-song set list. Now, Jen, can you remind us in the chat which songs we've heard as we get to each song? So the first song, Nathan, is She Looks So Perfect. I believe we have heard that one.
I think so.
Is that the video where all the different shapes and sizes of people were dancing around?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah.
Okay.
People are saying that No Shame is one we haven't heard before. Okay. But anyways, the first one is called She's So Perfect. Yes, I believe we watched the music video for that, but not the live performance. So let's check it out.
Let's do it. Here we go. Just takes the shirt off.
Sure.
I'm done with the shirt.
I love it.
I love it. Yes. Oh yeah. The people in the crowd start taking off their shirts too. Okay, this must be a new song.
Okay, yeah. Let's pause it.
Okay.
Now, I know with these festival type shows, unfortunately, bands don't get quite the sound checks and stuff that they usually would like to get if it was their own concert, like their own tour gang. And I don't know how much of it's plug and play because they have like rotating bands will come through. Like for the day type thing. So I say that because I think the mix is a little bit off. I think their vocals, I don't know if it's my headphones, but the vocals seem to be a little bit down compared to the instrument playing there. Like Luke sounded quieter than he probably should have been. But I mean, that's just part of these festivals aren't necessarily geared towards the band as so much as toward multiple bands. So,
well, the video is pro shot, but you're right. The audio seems maybe not as professionally done, but anyway.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's a soundboard issue or, which is fine. This is not a criticism of the band. This is just a criticism of the event. Like, I don't know what the crowd's hearing compared to what we're hearing on the set because we're getting the music through the soundboard. So, anyways, just an observation of listening to you and I have listened to thousands of hours of concert footage. So I always have an ear for the live sound compared to what we've seen with other, like when we see just like Luke live in studio at his home studio,
right?
It's amazing quality. That's his studio, that's all geared towards him. And I just so that's my criticism of this, not the song, but of the live setup that they might be going on with right now. But maybe they'll tweak it as they go along. Go ahead.
Jen says that it's not good at first, but it gets better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because usually what they'll do is that they'll tweak it as the show goes on. Luke might say, "Hey, I need my vocal needs to go up or whatever." Yeah, then that's very normal. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I mean that's a fun song. That's kind of their early hit, right? So they kind of open with that, get the crowd going. It's a fun little rocker. Not as mature as their later songs, as you say, because they're so young when they did that. But it's still, I like how they play it, and Ashton's having fun there on the drums, and yeah.
So my question is when they play this as like their live, because this isn't their concert. This is kind of a benefit concert.
That's right.
When they go live as a band, they're like, I want to go and see Five Sauce and when they play this song, do people start ripping their shirts off? That's what I want to know. I'm curious.
Oh, I see, because Ashton took his off?
Well, yeah, but in the video, that's what happens, right? And
right.
Halfway through the video, everyone starts, there's like clothes raining down on them while they're playing.
Right.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. No, that's a good question. Very good question. I hope all the girls take off their clothes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I got the next one. So the next one, Nathan, just so you want to know what the next one is? That's
By the way, the guys
question.
can take off their clothes too.
How dare you? Yes, guys can take off their shirts too. Nobody wants my shirt off, I'll tell you. Okay, the next one is called Easier. Have we heard the song? I mean, this title sounds familiar.
Easier? That sounds very familiar. Yeah.
All right, let us know in the chat if we've heard this one. We'll be told. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I remember. Yeah. I remember now. See, he's telling him to go up with the vocal. He did this. There you go. Now they brought it up.
so cool to watch Ashton. Is that the end of Easier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, pause it.
Yeah.
So I just comments on that performance there, Nate.
I just think it's fun to watch Ashton kind of like be animated as a drummer. I've seen lots of drummers, and I always pay attention to drummers, but some drummers are just like, you don't even know they exist. I mean, the music's great, whatever, but you can barely even tell they're on stage. Ashton seems like one of those drummers that just, he enjoys getting the spotlight because he's playing a very straightforward beat, but he's like big movements with his arms and stuff. So he's having fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Agreed. Yeah, well, Ashton's having a great time. He's a great performer. They're all great performers, but yeah, Ashton is your classic, like, kind of like your Tommy Lee on the drums, you know, more the showmanship on the drums, and
right.
Not that his drumming isn't great, but when you kind of combine that, the drummer, I forget his name, like for Green Day does it. There's a lot of great drummers who are, that's part of their show. They're showmen, you know. They're waving their arms more than they have to when they hit the drum because it's just that showmanship. Yeah, it's fun for sure. I also want to comment on, I like how at the beginning, you know, has that electric sound, the kind of they're showing the keyboards and probably put a bit of stuff on loops probably. But then what I like is at the end when they're playing that guitar, something that was different even from the Vault version that we saw, because the Vault was live, but it's still very produced, which again, we know they can play, but it's just a very produced product. But here, because now it's really not their setup, so to speak, so you really hear the guitar, and it sounded very old school, because they came out with not very much effects on the guitars. It was sounded more raw, and I like that, where both him and Mike were playing, Luke and Mike were playing together. You know, again, my criticism here is I wish it was just longer. If they had a longer set, you know, they're pounding out a lot very quickly, because they got to share the stage with probably 10 other bands or whatever for this event. So they're going through this very quickly, but it'd be nice at a show if they do kind of a dual guitar jam a little bit longer. But it was nice to hear that raw guitar playing by Luke and Mike. Just watching them play, they're real musicians was nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well said.
Right. Okay, people are saying that they don't think we've heard this one, this next one, called No Shame.
No Shame.
No Shame. No, I don't think we have it.
Giving me affection, love is fatal. Won't you give a chance? Center of attention. Would you ask me any question? Come on and light me like a cigarette, even if it might be something you regret. You got me now. Swallow me down, 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 down. Every time I got lost in flashing, never enough and not satisfaction.
Still the same song, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a fun beat that he's playing there. Okay.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good song. Really good song.
I like that one. I think that's one I want to hear. Well, now that we've heard it, I guess I can just add it to my phone. But like, I almost
just wait on that. Wait on that. People might want to give us the video version, so it's up to you.
Because I want to hear the mix
studio.
Of that. Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like it's the kind of song that I'd really enjoy. As I was watching him, I kind of got a couple of like, not flashbacks, but just thoughts. Like one thing was, he kind of reminded me of Prince for a second there. Just the way he was singing some of the lyrics, not the way he was acting. I mean, Luke, I think, yeah, I really like Luke and Ashton the most. And like,
they're great. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Knowing what Luke is like as a person, knowing that he's kind of like, he's a little bit of an introvert, and he doesn't like, he's not flashy, he's not like the showman.
No, he is a very subdued, not in a bad way, but like if you want to talk about Ashton, already sweating like crazy up there. But yeah, Luke is a very great showman, but a very like quieter. Seems to be kind of a quieter person. Even when he talks, he's kind of quieter and softer.
Yeah. No ego. I guess that's where it really comes across for me is, and I would say that about Ashton too. I know Ashton's very showy, but I don't think he's doing that necessarily. I think it's more from a therapy perspective than it is from a like, I'm showing off. Look at me. I think he's just in his zone. So, yeah, both very good individuals.
I really want to hear the Calm album. So No Shame is from the Calm album, and I think I got a feeling that album we'll enjoy a lot. If we get a request for it, we'll let us know. People will do that for us or not. We'll wait because we want to, enjoy the experience of first time listening with those who like our channel. But we've said if people don't, sooner than later, we're just gonna put these. I'm very close to putting the other 3 albums on my phone, but I'm not. I'm waiting for people to request it. Okay. What was I gonna say? Boy, we haven't really mentioned Luke singing. What a great singer. I mean, he's singing live, those high notes, running around, grabs a guitar, puts the guitar down, goes back, singing. Like his singing of these high notes, it just goes to show you. Obviously, we know he can sing live very well, but this quick little snippet here of a 5-song, set list, just his ability to sing live is just showcased very nicely throughout. And I also want to, not to downplay Callum or Mike, of course, but Mike, it's really cool to see the live because like sometimes with the studio, it's so polished. It sounds great, but with any studio album, it's so polished that you don't get to see or hear and see at the same time. Just really how much the instrument is being played. And watching Mike play the guitar, you can almost hear it more when you see him playing the notes. You're like, oh, there it is. Like there's the actual guitar being played. And so again, live is the way to go, or both is the way to go. I love to hear more of the studio album stuff, but watching them play live, you actually get to see who's singing too. Like there's no question, okay, Callum and Mike are singing backups here, or they're only the ones singing. Luke's not singing. It's nice to see the who's singing and not singing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So the next song, Nathan, we have heard. It's on Youngblood. I don't remember titles of songs very well, so yes, we've heard the next song.
What is the title?
Want You Back. So that was on the Youngblood album.
Okay.
Wandering if this was lost on battle. or just in a way. Wish I could say something that doesn't sound insane, but lately I don't trust my brain. You tell me I won't ever change, so I can say nothing. If you know what's no matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you back. No matter how long you're gone.
Yeah, I don't think the audio is coming through the soundboard.
And the way that I used to make you laugh, 'cause you know every morning I wake up, yeah, I still reach. Just I remember the holes on your shirt when you told me this would never work. You know, even when I say I move on.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh. For like 2 seconds. The old guy in the...
Yeah, that's us. That's us.
That's us.
Good evening,
Okay. I don't really remember that song from when we did the album. I mean, I have a vague memory of it, but it, again, we're experiencing this in a different way, so it feels very different to me. But yeah, it is a shame that the audio kind of, there's like 2 seconds when it was like, oh no, it's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. It sounds like it's almost being recorded outside the soundboard, like, so they've got a, because I can hear the crowd every once in a while over top of the singing, so it's just a weird mix, but whatever. Yeah, I'm enjoying getting to see them. I think that's the experience that we're having right now. Is not so much an audio experience. It's a visual experience right now more than an audio experience. But
yeah, that's fair. We recognize, again, this is not their professional soundboard. This is not their professional stream. This is not their setup. I suspect the crowd is probably hearing a better sound than we are.
Yeah.
And it's kind of frustrating because I know, again, with Mike's guitar, it was a little low key there. You know, it's like I'm hearing him solo at the end there. It's a great jam at the end. It's like, why is his guitar so quiet?
Yeah.
You know, anyway, so I'm wondering and hoping that the crowd got a different experience than maybe what we are hearing through the soundboard. But again, a song that on its surface might seem like a pretty simple kind of pop song. I think I do remember the song on the album talking about it, that it's not saved isn't the right word, but it's elevated at the end with that guitar work by Mike. Is that solo is stuff that I like. It's a great kind of pop rock song, but you have, you know, the guys are playing instruments and it makes it a fun song because it's danceable. You know, you can dance and move around, but then you got real rock being played in the background. So you got the Luke, who's very much looks like a pop star. He kind of looks like a what you consider, like, he looks like he could belong in a boy band. Like, that's what he looks like. Like, even like Cal, Mike, and Ashton don't. Like, no offense to the guy, they're good looking kids in their own right. But Luke looks like he could be part of he was a part of a boy band, so to speak. He looks that part of that. But what's great about him is he is a front man in his own right, and a musician in his own right, and a solo artist in his own right. So he's all those things, but he's just got that boy band look, which of course I'm sure the girls enjoy, and guys too. But I definitely I love Luke, and yeah, he's fun. But again, that song is elevated and or saved more by Mike's playing of that guitar solo at the end there. So, and it sounds great live. Again, watching it live, I think the song's better live. It's one of those things where seeing them live, playing the instruments, seeing them move around, sharing vocals on stage is definitely a better experience.
C. Yes. All right.
I already the last song, but 6.5 minutes. I wonder if they maybe jam a little bit, or
Maybe
who
there's
knows?
a little bit of stuff here, some intro, and then, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so, sorry. Oh, it's Youngblood. They're closing the Youngblood, I believe. Okay.
Hey, how we feeling tonight? For those of you that don't know, we're 5 seconds of summer, or 5 stars for short. Thank you very much for giving us your time, your money, and your energy tonight. Thank you very much. Make some noise for yourselves out there. You're all here for a brilliant cause. It's the least we could do to come and try our hardest to play a great show for you all. Thank you very much for having us. It means a lot to us. We have one more song left to sing tonight. If you know, I need you to get out of your seats. I need you to sing. Come together with us tonight. This one's called Youngblood.
Hey, Ryan, we know that one.
Youngblood, she want me. How do you like? And I'm just a dead man walking tonight. But you need it all the time.
Hey, it's Freddie Mercury.
This is what I thought. I thought they were gonna kind of
Yeah.
not drag out the song, but like
Yeah.
expand it.
This is the only song you know. It doesn't matter to me. We're gonna come together tonight. On a count of four. On the count of four, we're gonna jump up and down all together. Can we do that? Here we go. 1, 2. Everybody jump, jump, jump. Youngblood, see you running, see you running. And I'm just a dead man walking tonight. But you need it, you need it. All this time to jump, jump, jump. Youngblood, see you running, see you running. And I'm just a dead man crawling tonight.
That old guy was getting into it.
Well, why not? We are.
She's like, okay, you can put me down. That's the only reason I came.
All right.
That's good. I
Good.
can s- That's
Good.
We've seen that one live. We've heard it on the album, and now we've seen it live again. But I think this is a better version of it live. Even
Sure.
though the audio was not as good, it was just kind of like it was. I enjoyed watching this. I think even more than listening to the song when we've heard it in studio. Yeah, and now I've heard it enough times. It's like it's in my head.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Jen, that was amazing. Yeah, we've said a lot about the Youngblood, the song itself. We've done a live performance, the studio version, now this performance. And yeah, I guess it was a fan favorite, a show closer. It's a great crowd pleaser, great beat. They all harmonize at the beginning. It's fun. I would love to see Five Sauce in concert. That is definitely on my bucket list. They are a band I think would be accessible enough for us to see. I think they're certainly young enough that I'm sure they'll tour again in North America and come by our neck of the woods somewhere, Nathan. So I think you and I definitely need to see them live. But before we do, there's still a couple albums we haven't reacted to by them. I think Calm might be the one that I would like to hear next. I know the two earlier. I don't know what people recommend. Should we just listen to the first two albums first? Because Calm is their fourth album. So we've heard their third and fifth album in its entirety. So I suspect maybe should we go in chronological order for the last three? Let us know in the comments or however people just what do you call it? Pledge on, whatever the people pledge will do. But
I was just gonna say, there's only one way you're gonna be able to mix your
That's
sauce
right.
with their sauce, and that's if you see them
Well,
live.
yeah, we know that. I'm going to go on stage and I'm going to give my sauce to them. They're going to accept the sauce. They're going to invite me on stage and they're going to be like, "We need that. Where is Ryan in the is Ryan from Welp in the crowd? Is he there? We heard he might be here."
I
And
hope
I'll
you have a
have
little
my-
bottle of sauce. And you can be
Oh
like,
no, they're going to get a live reaction from me.
oh dear. Oh come on.
The sauce will be a live version. There'll be a live mixing on stage.
No. Wait. Sorry. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Jen.
Okay, thanks, Jen.
Thank you so much for that. Fun to see them live, and they're great. I love them. So, but there's more. There's more sauce we have to consume. So give it to us.
Yes. We'll see you in the next one.